Well, they claim I don't have health insurance now. I'm told all of a sudden I don't have health insurance. Oh, I see. North Korea, yeah. He needs to know what it's like to be in Korea. He should go to Korea. To Korea. There's a North Korea and a South Korea. So North Korea, you mean, right? And yeah, okay. So you want to make the United States like North Korea for me and others. I see. So you're just putting the finishing touches, on your perfect world, huh? That's how monumentally selfish you are. That's how rotten and low and despicable you are. That you can't tolerate free speech. You can't you can't handle it, huh? I'm open to talking to people, I've stated this before. I'm open to talking to people. You have a problem with me? Why don't I loved it back in the days when you could do a video response, you could just attach a video response, and if somebody wanted to respond to something you had done, you'd be, notified of it right then. Right? It was very, very simple. It forced people to act like adults, but YouTube is not about that anymore. You know, so it's social engineering. You know, you know, in somebody's recommended feed will be will pop up their what the beast supercomputer figures is their worst enemy. You know, that'll pop up on the recommended list of some psychopathic narcissist who will move across the country so that he can I don't know, kill you, you know, or at least just torment you. That's more fun. If he can get paid for it, hey, so much the better. It's just you got the guy who was the head of the Stasi, the head of the East German uh, secret police. He is a top man with the Department of Homeland Security. I can't make this stuff up. Look it up; it's true. You know. All right, enough about that. What I wanted to talk about is more of your little globalist Malthusian death cult, and how your suppositions, your math, it doesn't pencil out. How all of it's really just a demonic, satanic little sick game. Okay, and it's just to generate suffering and because the reality is that these Satanists, they want hell. They want to burn in hell. In their the stuff films that they've showed me in my mind's eye. I don't seek these things out. Uh, oh, they're totally vile. They're so goddamn vile. Turns out they want to suffer and die in hell. They want the worst things for everyone and themselves, and it's just so uh I mean, it doesn't it's not logical, it's not logical that the hatreds, that um that construe them, construe, they're just built of hatreds, layers and layers of hatreds. You cannot know what it's like to be these rotten people. You cannot know what it's like. I can't know. Maybe some of you can, friends. Maybe you can identify with these people, but I don't. I don't. But they want to convince me. They want to convince me of the correctness of their position. That's why they've been torturing me all these years. You know, they want to say, "Oh, you must understand that all of life is war, and you must become a sociopath like us, and you must just shut down and say, oh, I'm only for me. I'm only for me and nobody else. I'm going to look after my own interests, and that's it. And I don't care. Everybody else can go burn in hellfire. Everybody else can go to hell. You know." And so that's their worldview. And see, here's the thing. See, yeah, I mean, the top elite people, the people at the top, they know it's all a sick, stupid, evil fucking game, and it doesn't pencil out. It doesn't, what they're doing will not result in a sustainable, I don't know why I'm doing quotes, in a sustainable future. It won't result in a sustainable future. That's not the goal, actually. They want the opposite. They want the opposite in this future, So now, if you torment and traumatize people, they end up actually using up more resources. You know, they end up using more resources. They end up screwing each other over. It all creates waste and want and death and suffering. They kill, for all you vegans out there, they can end up killing more animals, by the way. They eat more, they're more in fear. Um, yeah, they're less sparing, they're less sparing, they're less spare. So that they're always, yeah, they're always in fear. And by the way, the plants, they're sentient. Plants are they're all the way alive. They're so damn alive that they don't have a central nervous system. It's like they are uh, a cluster of nerve cells. They're dendrites. Like a tree's like a dendrite. But you people are, yeah, you people are so insane. I thought it was very important to have a candle because that's less terroristic. And I want to make it a little less likely that anybody's going to come by in the middle of the night and blow my head off. So it's just a sick, satanic game. It's nothing but endless payback. Okay, they just hate. They just got people. They have grudges, and they transmit this worldview on to everybody else. And I don't know. The game is to get the lower classes to kill each other off, to pit them against each other. Well, to pit everybody against everybody, and that's the idea. They were gurgling my guts. I guess I don't know. It's the 5G emitters. In like embedded in the sidewalk. Every couple hundred yards. Is that what it is now? All the new construction, they put those in. They put all kinds of systems in. Anyway, so I'm out here on the edge of the city. We'll see what happens. Stop hurting people. You don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to watch my videos. I'm no threat to anybody. You know, I've been put through hell. Have I killed anybody? No. Is this what what is this what a serial killer does? Is this even is this possible? I'm not anything. I'm not. I'm not. No, I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm a saint. You know, I'm pretty much a saint. Oh yeah. Well, I need to be taught to be a demon, huh? Yeah. I need to play the villain's role. That's what you've selected for me. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. You know, heroes are nothing. Heroes are nobodies. They're nobodies. Yeah. Oh, I better make a choice real quick. What I want to do. You guys are demons, man. You guys are demons. I'm not even. You know. You. I just. You know. What. I want to. I want to see some progress in the world. You know. I want to see some progress in the world. And I've told you, you know, I've taken the position, you know, the only way that ever happens is with a better technology, you know, because you guys are not what you've abandoned the pursuit of morality, you know, you're delusional as hell, you know, you think, listen, you know, even if just pretend for the moment that you know we're living in some kind of little prince reality, you know, like you know, Le Petit Prince, that French children's book. Um, you know, he's this the he's a little prince, and he walked 15 paces, and now he's on the other side. He's on the opposite pole of his little planet. You know, walks another 15 paces. Here he is. He runs into this big baobab tree that's sprouting out of his planet. It's taken over. You know, it just gets bigger and bigger. And the baobab tree, it's like there's this lore surrounding it. It's you know, places where it grows in Africa, they think it's evil, harbors evil spirits and all this. And I forget what happens. He's got a plant. He's got a rose, and he somehow loses it or something. I don't know. I forget what happens, but it's a real sad and sort of deeply spiritual story, as I recall. But you know, even if you think there's finite resources. I mean, especially if you think there's finite resources, and you know, finite. You know, there's limited real estate, and you know, you got to be vicious as hell, and you know, practice a sophisticated form of cannibalism. If not that, well, then you know, the old-fashioned form of cannibalism. Um, you know, that's all the more reason to be good. You know, to be good and seeking you know, real progress and not be warlike. You know, um, you know, you got to be you know dynamic. You know, sure, but you can't this doesn't make sense. You just create more of the you know you're getting pushback, you're getting reciprocation, you know, of that energy, and it just ripples out, and it causes more and more destruction, and you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna come back into this world. You don't just turn to worm food. You come back into this world, you know, and it's there's no limit to what could develop. There's no limit. No artist has ever depicted what could develop adequately. Um, you know, it's beyond anything. It's I don't know. Maybe I'd like to try. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to give you a vision of the future. Somehow. Trying to give me cancer. You're trying to. People are evil. What is? Oh God! I will not stop. I'll tell the truth. You can't do this. You can't. You can't. You can't just don't just. You can't do this. You can't lie to people like this. What would I want to say?